Hey folks, RB here. Just want to review this SPX chart given the rally that we have been seeing, and our previous level 5200 didn't really stop the bulls, and today we are trading above that in the 50 10 50 50 to 10 50 to 20 levels, right, which is a little bit higher than what we anticipated, right? We said okay, 5197 5205 is where I would be thinking for this rally to end and the reversal to start, right? But that hasn't happened yet, and if you see here, we are now out of the the downtrend line as well, right? So above this, I mean, if it crosses 5220 tomorrow, then it can squeeze all the way up to to the higher levels as well, here around 50 to 50 or so, right? So I had some initial shots which didn't turn out to go well, right? But for anything, if I want to enter shots again, I would need a break and a confirmation of this 5197 level, right? And then only I'll be able to get into the shots. But otherwise, this is squeezing slowly higher, right, with a very small volume. I mean, the volume on SPY is like 40 million, which is almost 60% of an average volume that we get on SPY, right? But it is what it is. The price is moving higher, so we cannot just keep shorting it as it hits higher, right? Doesn't make sense. So first is that 5197 is the level that I want to keep an eye on, and I will not be shorting unless getting a close below it and there is a volume, right? If this is choppy and we have like a tick down getting to 5188 and we quickly bounce back, yeah, that does not qualify for a short. Right now, when it comes to the count, how we are looking at it, I've shared that this, the first moves that we saw were like, we counted as a three-wave move. So I'm not looking at as an impulse rally that, basically when I say impulse, let me just show the count here that probably this was the one we had an A down, maybe a B up, and a C down, something like this. Quite odd, but yeah, we have seen this happening before, and we are now going up in a wave three, right? This will be clear if this catches up more momentum tomorrow. We head up above 5223. Anyways, like I said, I am not shorting. I have a other longs which I am carrying right now. But this is a way you will count an impulse, and where I've marked a wave three is basically gonna be somewhere around this level. So it can end 5236, can go to 5291, right? But let's stick to a conservative number here. We'll see how it reacts here because of the supply here, right? Then we are counting this as an impulse here, right? Something like this. So again, I mean, if I have to short, I would have to short somewhere below 5197 so that I can test 5154, right, and then move higher, right? That's one way of looking at it. It's if we are counting this as an impulse wave, right now I'm not, but I'm not like negating or leaving any options behind, right? So that's one way of looking at it. The other way that I kind of shared on X as well was that I'm looking this as a a rising wedge leading diagonal sort of a thing, right? And if this is a leading diagonal, then I was looking at this being 1 2 3 4 and a 5, with 5 being extended. Now this is again not a very authentic or actual leading diagonal, but again, given the how the low volume pump has been going, I'm just keeping this as an option. But again, this is basically gonna bring me back to 50-50 or 50-70, right? Quickly after just topping it out here, right? Again, the short will only come below 5200, and in this case we are certainly breaking the 51 40 51 45 area. It may not just come straight down, right? It may be looking at we are gonna come here, just do a bounce and then come down, something like this, right? So this is another bullish pattern where we come down here, but the next leg is going to be a super strong leg, right, going up. So that's another way of looking at how the bullish path can work forward. So the first one was where we were looking at this being the wave one. We're in wave three, probably do something around 52436 or somewhere here. Come down for wave four and do a wave five, right? So that was one way of doing it. And once this wave five is over, we're gonna come back again, right? So it's not that we're gonna keep going. So this area will be tested sooner or later. That will come back down to 5070, either by this method or by, if even if this was an impulse, right? So this 5070 gap will get closed at some point of time, right? And then we go up. So these are two bullish patterns, right? And let me just remove this. And looking at, and like I said, in both cases you're not shorting unless you go below 5200. In this first case, if you want, you can take this double top as a case for a short. But if you have to go immediately short tomorrow, something like that, not gonna short below 5200. And we have PPI and CPI coming next week, so I don't think there's gonna be a heavy sell coming just tomorrow, or maybe on Monday as well, right? So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But again, I mean, like I said, we are above 78%, above this resistance. There is a potential where it can just simply go up there, right? So yeah, shorting will not make any, right? The only other way, but again, I mean, I don't see a reason why it can just sell tomorrow and break any critical levels. When I say critical levels, of course, 5200 for sorry, 5197 is the one, and then of course this previous low that we got, I think yesterday. I think it was yesterday. That would be another level, like 5177 and 5160, right? So these are big levels. So I don't see with the lower volume that we can just break them and start trending down before any catalyst, without any catalyst, right? So that's that. That's the current bullish path that I see. And the bearish path that we have looked into coming down, like I said, we already above 78% here. So 4800 doesn't look as a potential path back there, because if I'm looking at, let's say, even this going as high as this, and then make it as a flat structure. Flat is where you get the last wave as an impulse. I think 49, 49, 14 would be a right area to kind of look at as a reversal point, where now this whole wave has become an a flat wave structure, A, B, and C. So, like I said, in the bullish path, you have some upside. You'll come down eventually. You eventually come down to 50, 50, 50, 70 to close that gap. It's going to take some time. So I'll be careful where I'm taking the shots and how much time I'll be buying, in the previous two cases where which I shared before, right? But like I said, either you short somewhere here in the double top area, or you short below 5200, right? It depends what happens in the next day or so. But these are the three different paths that I'm looking at. And we'll see what happens. I mean, there are a few catalysts, like I said, PPI, CPI coming next week, and that would probably define the path forward. And when I'm looking at some names, right? So this kind of shows me what Apple is doing right now. So potentially in a wave three, gonna go 188, which is like $3-4 above from here, and then sell down, and then a fifth wave up. I mean, if I just look at this, it kind of makes sense on what I said on the SPX chart, that's one possibility. But this is not with every Magnificent Seven stock, right? So every other stock is in a different place. So we'll see what the cumulative effect of these comes out to be. Like for example here, Microsoft may just complete the fifth wave with a small move up here, right? And then the retracement can start, right? So it's in a totally different place than Apple. Nvidia, for example, is again, I mean, no very bullish structure. Could be a diagonal here, but again, if it's a diagonal coming from the supply zone, it has to come down here, right? So that's Nvidia, where I can't see much impulse patterns, forming, right? Looking at Tesla, it's already retracing the move that happened during the earnings and post that, and it's already coming back down to maybe 50% or 61%, right? So the retracement is here. So like I'm saying, and these are just the seven stock, right? But I'm just trying to look at the different formations which are forming and trying to kind of make sense out of it. Google has been on an uptrend, while I'm thinking that it has completed the five waves, and this could be the B wave going on right now, and then there should be a pullback to come somewhere in this area, right? So another stock where I think a pullback can come. But again, I mean, like I said, shorts haven't been doing so well, and unless we see a break and a complete reversal, there is no point, shorting the rally. So be careful with that, and let's see what happens tomorrow. And post that again, like I said, Monday is just one day before PPI and then CPI. I think we'll have to figure out where we stand, and if we start looking at where which are the areas where we can short, or will it be like mostly a wait and dip buy and some of that stuff, right? So it's gonna get complicated a little bit, but I'll keep you informed. That was it. Thank you very much. Hope you like this video. Take care. Bye bye.